Hey, what's up guys? Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video, and I've got a lot of questions like, hey, I'm stuck on race 40 of this event. I've got 3 stage 6 parts installed. I'm driving this car. What do I do? Unfortunately, I can't really answer that question, but there's one of 3 things. Your shift pattern is off, your tune is off, or unfortunately, you need more parts. Alright? A lot of the times it ends up being number 3. You just don't have enough parts. First, let's go run a couple shift patterns on this car. I'm going to show you exactly how important the shift pattern actually is. So we're going to do a basic shift pattern on this car. All perfect shifts, perfect start, nitrous on second gear, which is a very wrong shift pattern for this car. A lot of new guys probably don't understand, hey, each car drives very differently and the little shift indicators are incorrect on almost every car. So watch this. We're going to do a normal incorrect shift pattern, and let's see what time we run. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Second and nitrous, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and that's about how your average person is probably going to try and drive a car if they don't realize shift patterns matter a lot. And we're going to talk about tuning in just a second. Alright, look at that, 12.059. I ran a 12.059. Now let's go back and drive this particular car with the correct shift pattern, which is early shift in the second gear and nitrous on fourth. You're going to see how much of a big difference this makes. Alright, this makes a huge difference. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third, fourth and nitrous, fifth, and sixth. Alright, watch what time I run. I should run an 11.8 instead of a 12.0 or a 12.1. Alright, using the proper shift pattern is huge. I've got a playlist on my channel showing you how to drive a bunch of different cars. If you don't see the car on there, unfortunately that means I don't have that car or I don't have it upgraded in order to show you the shift pattern. But there's a guy on YouTube called Zoocar. He does nothing but shift patterns for 100% maxed out cars. Most of the time those will work okay on a stage 5 car as well. Not always, but usually. And he does a lot of really nice shift patterns. So if you don't see the shift pattern for your car on my page, check Zoocar on YouTube, okay? He might have a good shift pattern that will be better, or, you know, that might work pretty well for you. Okay, now we're going to talk about tuning. You got 3 parts. You got your nitrous, your final drive, and your tire pressure. A proper tune is gigantic. It can knock several tenths of a second or even a couple seconds off of your tune. Now, when you install even one stage 6 part, you're going to need to retune your car. If you install even one fusion part, you might need to retune your car. For example, like if I add a couple stage 6 parts or even the fusion parts to this car, and I decide, hey, I need to retune this, and all of a sudden I'm just going to leave the sliders where they are and then tweak them a little bit. So if I start moving these sliders and just retune that way, that's not exactly the best way. I actually want to reset. I want to hit this little guy. I want to reset this part to stock. I want to reset this part to stock. And I want to reset this part to stock and start my tune over 100%. Alright? Start from scratch every time. And sometimes that'll even add a little more, as if you were just to slightly tweak your current tune after installing parts. So every time I add new parts, I reset it back to stock and I retune from scratch. And sometimes that makes a big difference. Not always, but sometimes I can get an additional tenth of a second or maybe another 2/10 of a second off by restarting from scratch compared to just tweaking my current tune. Alright? And like I said, number 3 is the worst case scenario. You just don't have enough stage 6 parts or fusions installed to beat the race. Alright, I'm not like a wizard here. I mean, if my parts don't match your parts exactly, I can't even figure out how you're supposed to tune your car. You might have like 3 stage 6 parts that I don't have, and you know, your fusions don't match. So if I were to try and tune my car, it would be very different than the tune you would end up with yourself. Alright, so you can't just copy somebody else's tunes or have somebody tune a car for you. You've got to tune it yourself. And I do have some videos on tuning. Alright, I'm probably going to make a new one because I'm pretty sure the last video I made on tuning your cars was using my old crappy microphone. And now that I have a decent sounding microphone, I might start remaking a few of my older important videos so you can have some better audio quality on those. But anyways, that's pretty much the deal. If you're stuck on a race, that's the best advice I can give you guys. It might not really be the advice you guys would like to hear, but check your tune, check your shift pattern, or install more parts. I mean, that's pretty much the deal. So I think this pretty much wraps this video up. Please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell that notifies you guys every time I make a new video. And I'll catch you guys later. See ya.